Well, hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to Zen-Tarot. My name's Julie. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for you, Aquarius. We're going to take a look at the energy surrounding you right now. I hope you all are doing well. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Aquarius, let's get right into it. Let's get you a moon oracle card. We've got this micro moon, a full moon coming April 12th, 13th, I think. And yeah, everybody going within. We're going within right now. So let's see what you are doing, Aquarius. Let's get you a moon oracle card. Spirit, can we get a moon oracle card for the sign of Aquarius? Show the world the real you, the full moon in Aquarius. Wow. Look at this. You're coming out, showing the world who you really are, speaking your mind, not holding anything back. I love this. And your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn. Wow. Something you've been working on, something's coming together, something really feeling like it's the right way now or the right path now. I love that. Let's see what that's all about. Let's get you an animal spirit card for up in the ether for the sign of Aquarius. What kind of animal spirit guide is walking with Aquarius right now, Spirit? What kind of animal spirit guide? Oh, these allergies are getting me. I probably sound very stuffy. Ooh, the vulture spirit and the chameleon wants to be seen. The vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Wow, you really are picking apart your life right now. What do I want to keep? What's got to go? It's like spring cleaning. You're going through the closets, but you're going through the mind space right now. What needs to be saved? What can go? What do I want to hold on to here? Maybe you've been carrying something forward for a really long time, a grudge, a feeling, an emotion, and you're really ready to let it go now. It doesn't define who I am. That experience does not define who I am. The chameleon spirit, act as if, be the miracle today that you want to see tomorrow. And the cow spirit, the miracles are endless here. So wow, something really cool coming in for you. It's just this breath of fresh air, this new beginning. It's a sigh of relief. It's just something has ended, something really hard, really tough, something you had to look through or look at the very least. And process your grief, process your emotions here, process saying goodbye here. So, wow, Aquarius, are you free of it? You are absolutely free of it. Number 14, that chameleon spirit, I love that. On the bottom of the deck, the spider spirit, make your dreams real. You are pulling something into reality now, making something happen. It's like, I can't wait for the universe to get all these moving parts in order any longer. I got to move forward into this. I got to make this happen. It's just, I'm going to make my own luck here. So, wow. Number 56, that converts to 11. Lucky number 11 here. But things coming together, things pulling together. It's like you're taking these pieces from your past, these memories, these experiences, and you're making them work in the today. It's like, I'm going to use that. I'm going to take that and I'm going to have that be my platform, that be my bouncing off point instead of just getting stuck on it. It's like you go to the platform to process it, to look at it, to deal with something, and then you get stuck in the emotions of it. But no longer. Now you're dipping back, you're dipping your toe back into that memory, processing through the emotion of it, processing through the grief of it, and then bouncing off, using that experience as your bouncing off point. Well, where are you bouncing to? Let's see. Let's get you a Osho Zen Tarot card for up in the ether. Master Osho, what kind of advice do you have for the sign of Aquarius? What kind of advice for the sign of Aquarius? Guidance. Look at that. Spirit is around you, really guiding you into this new beginning, into this expanded consciousness of yours. You have learned something. You have transmuted some kind of energy here, and you're using it as the wind beneath your wings. You're bouncing off. All right. I love that. Expanding your consciousness, really using some kind of experience here as your basis, Control. Look at you. There you are, really, with the King of Swords. Aquarius energy. showing up here. You are really, really about to reveal something. Either you've written a book, you've written a memoir, you've written a fictional book maybe about your life because you don't really want to tap into some of the emotions that you've gone through here. So you're using yourself as kind of the ghostwriter, detaching, compartmentalizing the emotions so that you can get it out in some form. Either you're speaking about it, you're writing about it, you're dancing about it, just something about it where you're using that experience and you are letting it guide you into the future, guide you into the next step here. Other people are going to resonate with you like never before. Aquarius, you're like this magnet for people who have gone through some things. And since 2019, really, the world has gone through some things. So yeah, you're just like, I'm not going to wallow in it any longer. I'm not going to point out the problem any longer. I'm not going to point out how people could change to make things better any longer. I am going to go within and I'm going to see how can I make my own personal experience better, my own life better here. Let's clear that energy. That is beautiful, beautiful energy. I love this determination to make something work, to use something to your benefit instead of it being detrimental, and identifying who you are or what you've had to deal with here. All right, let's take a look at the mind space. We're going to look at the mind, the heart, and the soul. We're going to use our Everyday Witch Tarot cards. Three of Cups, celebration on the bottom of the deck. So let's take a look at the mind space. What are you thinking about right now, Aquarius? What is going on in the mind space? What is on your mind? Spirit, tell me what Aquarius wants to talk about. I always do this little prayer right before I read to whoever is listening to this message or resonating with this at all. Get a special message from it. Get something out of my words that propels you forward or propels you out of a dark state or a dark place here. So that is my goal. Two of Pentacles, you're on the fence, really thinking about something back and forth, back and forth. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I keep dealing with this? There's a tendency to think we're not done with processing our emotions here. So maybe you're going back and forth on that pendulum here where you're feeling really good about it and you're like, yeah, I'm going to write about this. I'm going to go talk about this. I'm going to help people. And then you're waking up and you're like, oh, not today though. Not today. I'm cloudy. I'm buzzy. I just need a me day. I got to clear this away. Beautiful, beautiful intention, because your intention is to use something and shine a very, very big light on it. Be resonant with other people around you. Yeah, I know how you feel. Yeah, I went through that too. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. And this too shall pass. You have the words of wisdom. You have the words of advice for others. But sometimes you fall into your own funk and it's just like, wow, how can I help others if I can't get out of this myself? If I can't get out of my own head? Every single person goes through this as we're transmuting the energy, as we're dealing with the energy, because you're forced to look at things. You're looking at things that haven't been pleasant, that haven't been really easy to look at, and especially your reaction to those things. So yeah, you're on the fence trying to decide. Four of Wands, marriage card, the commitment card on the bottom of the deck. Should I commit or should I run? Really is the question right now. Should I commit or should I go? Tell me more about on the fence. What's Aquarius on the fence about? Five of Swords. Wow, look at this. Feeling a little bit powerless. Feeling like the competition has gotten an upper hand here, or the gun went off quicker for them, right at the start line, at the finish line. Maybe they got started earlier, or you're seeing a field you want to go into, but it seems like everybody around you has more experience, or they know what they're doing, and it's making you feel kind of inept because you're the apprentice here. You're starting out here, but you have to remember that your perspective has that fresh gleam to it. It has that fresh eye to it. It's not the eye of the seer, of the person who's been the seer throughout their family line, right? Generation after generation sees things. They read tarot cards. They're very intuitive. They're very spiritual. But they're going by those old rules that their ancestors went by, the protection spells, the rituals. There was a lot of ritualistic things happening in our past with our ancestors here. So that has this kind of ideology to it. It has this theology to it that this is how you do it. You can't read tarot cards until you clear the energy, until you light the candles, until you very ritualistic that gets in the way of reading the cards. So you're just sitting down and you're reading the cards with this fresh new eye, with this fresh new perspective on it, and without all the innuendos of the past, of the ancestral line here. So it's making you feel very inept or a beginner here, the apprentice here. But don't forget, those are the people that really bring a stale idea into the future, into the now. Everything is happening in the now. So yeah, you're bringing this fresh eye, this kind of inner child excitement to something that has gone on forever. Maybe it's a religion, maybe it's just something ingrained in the bloodline here. But you don't have any idea of that. You were put on this earth with this no knowledge of what has gone on in the past. So you have this fresh new perspective on it. It's going to change everything because people hadn't seen it this way. People hadn't heard it this way. So that book you're writing, those cards you're making, that very beautiful weaving that you're doing with spirituality and the tangible and the earth here is all brand new. It's got that fresh new car smell to it because it hasn't been tainted with the rituals of the past. I'm thinking of like old wives' tales getting in the way of things. I totally understand this because my line goes back very, very far with reading cards. My grandfather on my mother's side read playing cards, regular playing cards for General McCarthy in the army here. So he was a cook. He was a cook in the army, my grandfather. And so he had all these rituals that he would do with the cards. My grandmother was very, very Mormon, complete opposite, just really would not let him have tarot cards in the house. So that's why he read playing cards. I think a lot of people did that. So me growing up with this religious background, with this very Latter-day Saint background with my grandmother, and yet a very spiritual tarot card reading grandfather, they were both receiving messages from the angels, but thought that they were on completely different paths or different receiving end here. So I had this slant, I had this take. Tarot was evil. It was like as bad as a Ouija board, which please don't even put in the same room with me. They're not on the same on the same team. Look at this 10 of Pentacles. This is going to bring you in a lot of money because you don't have that preconceived notion. It's like the writer who has put out 20 different packages to the publishers. I'm losing my train of thought here, but you've got the book, you've got the package, you're following all the rules for the publisher, you've sent it in, but you've been rejected 20 times. So when you're sending in that 21st acceptance package, that letter, it's just you're inside your heart, you're like, it's not going to work. They're not going to pick it up. I'm going to get rejected again. You're just so used to the rejection because that's what's happened in the past. But this is not rejected. This is very, very quickly picked up because it has a different perspective. It's not the same book written in 20 different translations. It's like trying to rewrite the Bible, right? The way you are translating it. This is a brand new perspective. You have no concept about this. So that is what is bringing this very beautiful eye of yours, this very beautiful perspective of yours to the forefront, to the world. So people feel like, oh God, see, I'm not alone. Look at that. Aquarius felt the same way and they wrote the bestseller. So yeah, you're giving people hope, inspiration that you don't have to be born into this. You don't have to have the grandfather that's a psychic or the grandmother that's a psychic. We are all psychic. We are all connected. So I'm going to tap in a different way than my ancestors have. So this back door of yours is brilliant. It's like the path, the path that has not been tread upon, that has not been walked upon. Why am I keep losing my train of thought? Are you writing and then you're like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? I've written so many books and this is my editing brain that gets in my way every time. Look at you, independent here, standing up for yourself, and strength with that Leo energy. You are the opposite of Leo here in the zodiac wheel. So courage, you've got to be brave here. You've got to be very, very courageous. Just move forward with, yes, this is my book, because people will try to change it. They'll try to edit it. They'll try to make it so that it's easily understandable through their eyes, because they are reading your book with those past impressions, with those past ideas, with those past ideologies here. So yeah, they're going to want to change it to have you conform, and you are not going to conform. You're just like, this is it. This is my work. This is what I've been working on. Publish it as is. I don't care about the spelling typos. I don't care about the mistakes. I don't care if you believe what I'm putting here. It has to be done this way. You have this very, very particular way it has to be done here. Superstition is the word that was escaping my mind earlier, because my mother-in-law had so many superstitions that I still follow to this day. She was like, yeah, don't drop the knife, don't, you know, all these things that I still to this day, I'm almost 60, and if I drop salt, I have to throw it over my shoulder, right? It's just really, really funny, the things that we think are protecting us, and really it's just a belief that it's protecting us, that it's protecting us. So absolutely beautiful. You are about to show the world who you really are. You're about to take off the mask you've been wearing because you've been trying to conform, and it made you feel so bad because you lost something. You had to give up something. You had to say goodbye to something with that vulture spirit, and you are processing it very differently than other people who have had to say goodbye, had to deal with loss, deal with grieving here. So you went about it, you processed it a different way, and now you're ready to reveal to the world how you did that because you think it'll be very helpful. And Aquarius, I got to tell you, this is the bestseller. This is the book that resonates with everyone because everyone feels, you know, it's the preacher scenario. You got to give your money to the preacher for God to hear your words here. It's that middleman idea with the handout here. Yeah, give me your $1 and I'll get you in touch with God over here, right? You're really knocking out that middleman. So maybe you're self-publishing or you're going this alone. Look at after my shuffle with the tower on the bottom of the deck. You're bringing down some kind of institution, some kind of belief. You're bringing it down. You're exposing it. You're exposing it. You're exposing the preacher. The emperor wears no clothes, right? You're exposing that emperor. You're exposing that they don't have the inside line that they said they did, that we are all connected. So it takes their power away. Who wants to pay the preacher when they can go directly to God here? So this is the idea. This is the book idea in some form or fashion that you are bringing forward here, that you are saying you can cut out that middleman. You can cut out the third party here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is an awakening of a lifetime that you are going through here in the mind space. Absolutely loving that. Look at the chaos you're leaving behind here, walking away, really using that vulture spirit. Tell me about the heart space. Ooh, you're in waiting mode, 4 of Cups. You're waiting for the contract. You're waiting for the okay. You're waiting for the permission to really get out your life story here. Is it okay? Is it okay that I'm going against the grain? Is it okay that I'm not writing the spiritual book that I've seen throughout the years here that have really been bestsellers here? Is it okay? Is it okay that I am walking the path less walked here? And absolutely, look at the spiritual help. Look at the angelic guidance, bringing you the words, bringing you the information that you need right now. So absolutely beautiful. You are in writing mode. I feel like you're in writing, or at least study mode. You're studying, how do I do this? What else in the heart space? What else? Look at that Leo energy really, really coming through. Knight of Pentacles, there's this offer again. There's an offer of money for this work here. The 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is some kind of offer, some kind of contract coming in, some kind of commitment. At first, you are leery. It's just like, no, I want to go the self-publishing route because, you know, the big publisher has made me an offer here, but it's maybe not as good. So yeah, you got to go your own way. You got to break off from the norm, break off from the path. If that means self-publishing, that's exactly what you do. It's going to get you so much further than the traditional publishing house because they want what's known. They don't want the out of the ballpark. Fringe is the word that's coming to my mind, but we're all fringe now, right? We've broken off from the norm. We've split. You know, you hear who is that? Oh gosh, I hear so many spiritual people talking about the splitting of the earth, right? The splitting into two, and all the negative dark energy stays on one earth, and all the light and the really the chosen ones. Again, it's kind of like the Left Behind scenario to me in my mind. I don't like it. I don't like that there are chosen ones. Maybe that goes back through my through my line here, but I know my grandmother used to tell me all paths lead to heaven. If you are looking into the spiritual, if you're looking into the right way to live your life with kindness, with happiness, with compassion, you are chosen. So yeah, I love this. I love this. You're showing the world that we are all children of God. We are all loved by God, and we all are all in this together. We're all connected. So you're showing people a different way here, having the courage and the bravery of the beautiful Leo lion here. So I love that. Spirit, what's your advice in the heart space? Big contract coming through for you, Aquarius. Some kind of contract. Yes, there's the marriage card. 5 of Cups, you got to let the grief go. You got to let the sorrow go. Of course, you're going to have bad days. We can't all be walking the Buddha path every day of our life. We also have bills to pay, and we have people to talk to, and we have things that we have to do, and we have responsibilities, and we have to take accountability. So that's exactly what you're doing. You're Aquarius. You're Aquarius. You find the logic first. You find the balance first, and then. So you've been doing this a long time, Aquarius, but there is a big payoff. There's a reward. There's a higher learning, a higher understanding. This is about the collective and you getting the word out for the collective to help them cope. This is about coping skills. Coping with something very, very traumatic that happened. You learned how to cope through it. You learned how to do that by distraction, by refocusing. And now you're trying to show the world how to do that, but it's not very accepted. It's like the trying to write about aliens and how certain you are they exist and how you have been taken but until people have experienced it, they're not quite resonating with it. It's just like, well, maybe that was Aquarius's experience, but that's not mine. That's the first reaction people tend to have when there's some kind of groundbreaking information coming through. And you have some kind of groundbreaking information of how to deal with, how to cope with very extenuating circumstances, very stressful circumstances. You have learned this coping mechanism that you want to share with the world now, and it is so needed. It's so needed. It's such a crazy world. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. This is my publishing card. The 5 of Wands is my publishing card. So this could be absolutely you are a writer, an author trying to get this out. And you're being very studious about it, very careful with your words. You want people to really understand what it is you're trying to say here. But yeah, it's picked up. It's picked up. But I feel like there's several sources here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, the Hierophant, this Taurus energy coming in. I feel like there's several sources that you can go with, and that's why you're in decision mode right off the bat. It's like, which route do I even want to take this to market it? Well, publishing, you're going to be published one way or another. And whatever that means to you, you're going to be looked at as an example here. So tell me about the daily life. Tell me about the daily life. Look at this. Freedom. Like the Braveheart, Braveheart went his own way. William Wallace had to fight for what he believed in, for the idea of love lost, for the idea of revenge, right? So yeah, love lost here. This is what is at the core of this very painful reality of love lost, and you overcoming, and you not only overcoming, but using it as your platform. Again, you're bouncing off. It's just like, if I hadn't experienced that, I wouldn't know how to write about it. I wouldn't know how to live the way I want to live, and the freedom that comes with living the way you choose to live instead of the way you feel like you have to live here. So beautiful, beautiful, brand new beginning with the Fool energy, Aries energy. We're in Aries season. Your ships have come in. This is exhilarating. This is exalting. This is the exaltation of Aquarius really coming through, because you don't care. You don't care what the critics say. You don't care what the naysayers say. To you, that's just part of the bottom feeders. That's just part of the lower vibration that you escaped. And you understand they're going to go on forever. They're going to pick me apart here. They're going to pick me apart because they're jealous. They're jealous because they have to stay in those confines. Their family line, their ancestral line has forced them to stay in those lines, right? It's like bumper bowling. What fun is that? You can't go out of bounds. You can't go in the gutter here. You've allowed yourself to go in the gutter so you could climb out, you could fly out and say, look what I have accomplished here. Look what I have overcome here. This is absolutely a story of overcoming, Aquarius. You did it. You did it. You did something. You did a thing here. You overcame something here that took most people down, that took most people out, threw them into a depression that lasted forever. It's like, well, maybe the next life, just the succumbing of this negative entity in your life that most people they just let it overpower them. They just let it overtake them. It's too hard to fight it. It's too hard to stand up for yourself. It's too hard to find your worthiness when you've got this overbearing darkness pushing down on you. Not only did you push that darkness away, you are the leader in the light now. You are the leader in how to do this, This is a how to beat the dark energies, how to beat the negative people in your life, how to make no a complete sentence so that you can feel the freedom that you are meant to feel on this earth. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The moon wants to be seen as well here. This is the happy ending. This is the happily ever after now, because you can be free. You're not hiding anything. You're not keeping any skeletons in the closet. There's no emotions down in that dark space in your belly that you got to deal with here with the Ten of Cups. This is about you being you wherever you are, blooming where you are, no matter the circumstances, no matter what's going on around you. It's like, yeah, I got to be happy. I'm going to be happy no matter what. I've already been through the worst, so why not? Why not? Things are never so bad they couldn't get worse, and things are never so good they couldn't get better. I think you're just coming into this absolute recognition. Maybe with this full moon, you see the exaggerations that have gone on here. Things have been blown out of proportion. You have blown these situations right out of the water. You've got them in your scope. You had it in your sights here, and you just pulled the trigger. It's like, I got to blow you away. I can't look at you anymore. I can't think about you anymore. I can't ponder about this any longer. I'm going to take this experience and I'm going to run with it. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful Pisces energy. Bringing things back into perspective is what the moon is talking about here. But there is an offer. Look at this with the Page of Cups sitting on the Three of Swords here. It all has to do with what you've gone through, the misery, the depression, the sorrow, the grief here. Hanged Man wants to be seen. Number 12 could have gone on for the last 12 years. Last 3 years in particular have been your path out. You just found these escape routes, but then as soon as you got out, as soon as you saw the light on your face, it was almost like you were in a prison yard. It was like taking that deep breath, but you got to go back. You got to go back. There's more time to be served here. This was the thought of the past, the feelings of the past, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But now that you've sat in that dark room, now that you've looked your demons right in the eye, you have named them, you have really defined them, you have not let them define you. It was the other way around. I'm going to define my losses. I'm going to define my grief here, and I'm not going to let it define me. This is absolutely a story of overcoming. And then using that experience to propel forward, to bounce out, to get out is a great escape for you. Right into the life you always wanted, right into the miracles you wanted to see here. You are making those miracles happen because you are demanding them now. You will tolerate no less than miracles in your life at this time. So here they come, Aquarius, here they come. Open your arms wide and accept. Really, really allow yourself to accept the riches of the earth here, because that is what is coming to you. Whew. All right, I love this. I love an underdog story. There's nothing better than an underdog coming back and fighting and then getting up on top, being the winner of it all here, because you were underestimated. I've said my whole life, please underestimate me, because when I'm overestimated, I'm destined to fail. I'm destined to disappoint you. Underestimate me and I might surprise you. I might come up with a few things on my own here. So that's exactly what you're doing. Good for you. All right, the underdog always wins. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to try to get an allergy pill in me right now. And I'm sending you all my love and light, Aquarius. I will definitely tune in with you soon.